Hi everyone, I am Tara and I would like to welcome you all back to my channel, Shadow Self-Reflection with Spirit Mother. I'm going to talk today about internal blockages. Internal blockages, the energy with self and shadow, and like a lot of what I talk about is things that I'm experiencing myself, and well, in hopes that others will understand that you're not alone with this and the things that you are experiencing is real. We'll start off by the singing bowl. Oh well, don't want to work for me right now. Hold on, let's get this. Okay. I chose to talk about internal blockages today because I've been experiencing that for a little bit now, and it's like I've been blocking things because I've been frustrated. I've been more so frustrated with myself, and sometimes other people too, because it's more of like my own ego getting in the way and trying to tell me, well, these people have to give you gratification. They have to let you know that you're helping them, what have you. But it's not a matter of that. And I have to look at that myself because that is one of my internal blockages. And I know that there's that aspect of me that's holding back, and a lot because of what I've been through the past year. And I can't put the blame on other people because I'm not a victim, because I was a part of it. I am like, nobody is innocent in anything in most regards when you get angry or upset, because we are in control of ourselves. And sometimes we shut off that aspect of us. A lot of me, I feel like there's a little girl, a younger girl, and it's an aspect of me. Maybe it's myself in a past life, and reaching out to kind of let go of that aspect. It's kind of like when we don't fully know what we're experiencing in a certain aspect or degree, if that makes any sense. See, the thing is, I'm starting to understand that I am doing stuff. Okay, I am speaking with others. I am directing things to others. And the aspect of that is, I feel like I'm totally blocked because I don't want to speak English anymore. It's connecting, like I'm my higher self, and I love being out with people because then I become my higher self. When I feel others' energy, I become my higher self. And it would almost be like, well, it's an addiction. Well, no, it's not so much an addiction as it is that I feel that I'm supposed to be feeling others' energy so that I can understand them, and it's not about feeling their pain to feel pain. It's about feeling aspects of them to figure out, like, okay, if this person wants guidance or help, there's a lot of me when I go out somewhere, I just start talking. When I feel high vibrations, I feel them, and it's just like the higher self just totally takes over, and I become like okay, so I always want to talk like this. I want to be able to talk like this all the time, and sometimes I talk like this when I'm upset. If somebody was in my house in the middle of the night and stuff like that, they'd be looking around like wondering, what? Like, where's that coming from? What's going on here? Because I speak in the language when I wake up, and I have myself internally blocked because it's like I've put myself out there, and I get frustrated when I'm around people that like, oh, I don't want to talk about that, which I understand. Or like the biggest majority of the time, most people like me talking like this. And when it comes to people that don't, I kind of go reserved. And I shouldn't. That's my own fault, because I'm allowing other people to direct my path. And right now, I feel like a blockage. Like I had like other like spirits and family and other people coming through, and then I just kind of I stopped it. I cut it off. But others come through the language, and okay, when this happens, it's because there's others trying to communicate with others, and they're trying to communicate with your ancestors, the ancestry part of you, that aspect of you, because it's the part of you that has been traumatized, and it's carried over into this lifetime. We sometimes want to blank out past events because of the traumatic experience of it. And when we block that out, when we block it, then it becomes an internal blockage. And it's it's a matter of being able to move the energies, because right now I know that I'm getting light. I have an aspect of me, and I'm more inclined and more wanting to be connected with people on a more physical level. It's like I have people that need healing or help healing or help moving energies that's blocking. And right now there's a lot of blockages, like right here in the heart and in the throat of people. And I know I have a blockage right in this aspect here, because my mind is getting in the way and it's saying, like, you can't do this, you can't do this, like, stop doing this. But then this is saying, so it's this internal blockage, and it's a struggle. It's like a power struggle. Okay. I have both aspects. I have the mother-father aspect of me. And that's why sometimes I come out as being loving. Sometimes I come out as being like really aggressive and know-it-all. But it's not to throw shade on everyone else. Like I said before, I watch my videos to find out the advice that I'm giving other people. And I get frustrated with myself a lot. Because today I did two tarot cards today to kind of get guidance for myself, because I've been kind of blocking things and what have you. And I know, like, we have our good days, we have our bad days, and I just need to have a little fun to let loose, because I've been I think I've been feeling sorry for myself. And I know I've been connected with others too. And yesterday, I believe it was, I was speaking to another medium and kind of telling them about something that's happening with me. Okay, because I'm a severe empath. So I'm connected. And being connected, I'm feeling a lot of different energies. I'm like, sometimes I'm feeling the voices, I'm feeling the crying, but I'm also feeling the screaming, the pain, the agony. Because there's a lot of people who are waking up and they're having a hard time dealing with the aspect of it. Sometimes it's because the shadows aspects of myself, and it's just kind of transmuting in the shadows. It's like when you bury something, it builds up and it builds up and it builds up and it builds up, and then it's like it's wants to be puke coming out. And sometimes it's that aspect of me that just keeps wanting to come up, and it's like there's an aspect right deep in here, and it's trying to come up, but other aspects are coming in, and it's kind of like a collision course, and then it becomes chaotic. So that aspect of me closes off, and I shouldn't. And then I look around and I see all these other people, and they're connecting, and I was connecting on a very high level. And like I said, I ended up with internal blockages, my own internal blockages. Because like I said, we get pissed off. So we have a direction, and then we stop it because we get upset or we feel like we need gratification. And when we don't get it, It's like our ego says, well, I ain't doing this no more. And I know that's what's happening in some aspects of myself. My ego is saying, well, I ain't getting no gratification. I ain't getting no respect. I ain't getting no appreciation. But then you got the aspect of other people that I feel, which is my own problem. I feel like other people are saying, like, lady, what right, like, where do you get off telling us how to act or how to behave or how to think? I'm not telling you how to act. I'm not telling you how to behave, and I'm not telling you how to think. I'm saying about my experiences. And I do know that we're all, the biggest majority of us, we're going through the same thing. And what I'm trying to put out there is to let you know you're not alone. What you're experiencing, it's real, and it can be intense. We see things that are happening in the world, and we're so focused on the outside aspect that we forget to look after ourselves and go within. And then when we do start going within, something comes along and it smashes us. So we close off again. They're scary, but it's something that I need to learn to do and bring back again. The basics. I am with the basics. My home may not be what someone would call the basics, but the basics is getting back to natural medicine. Like the plants. Getting back to the gardening. Getting back to Mother Nature, getting back to oneself, our ancestry, because you know something? Our ancestors had it right. And we got lazy because we look at these machines and we want them to do the work for us. But you get more gratification and more appreciation for something when you do it yourself. And I know that some of us, we can't do stuff ourselves. And that's totally understandable. Sometimes we have to go. And I'm not saying that all technology is bad, but what I'm saying is we get internal blockages because we've come accustomed to something that does it for us, and we forget to use our own brain, our own wisdom, our own intelligence. We look to artificial intelligence. So then we get the internal blockages because it's like, oh, well, I don't got to do that. I can get the answers right here. Or I can get somebody else to give me the answers or do it for me. I can't give the answers because I don't have your answers. I can give you the tools and help you to go within and find the answers yourself. I can help you to move energy to help clear the chakras. But that's only if you want my help or if you ask for my help. I can't just give it. Like some people, they'll come in while I'm doing my videos and they need help, and I can feel it. I connect with somebody. Like right now, I know that I'm connecting. And I know that I have a lot of blockages myself, and it's in here because we feel from the heart and it all comes up through. And when we hear the voices, we think it's from the head, but it's actually in here. And this is why this is a lot of why we get choked up, because we have something to say and we got that aspect of us that say, nope, cut it off right here. You scream. And we try to push it down. Sometimes I bring things out that it appears aggressive, assertive, angry, a BITCH, but I'm not a BITCH. I'm only a BITCH to people that don't resonate with me or like what I have to say or understand what I have to say. But it's a matter of like seeing things for ourselves and instead of just looking at face value, like what's right in our face, go around it. Look at all the angles, look all around and feel it. Emotion is energy in motion. It's clearing the frustrations. It's clearing the aggravations. It's clearing the anger. Don't get angry. Cry. And I've been doing a lot of crying. And I know a lot of you have been doing a lot of crying. Some of you don't even understand why you're crying. Well, as I said, if you're an empath, you're crying because you're feeling somebody else's energy sometimes. Or there's an aspect of yourself, hence the shadow and the self-reflection, going within. Look in the mirror. Don't hate yourself. Because you should never hate yourself. There's no reason to hate yourself. You may hate the situations or the circumstances or a decision you made. And that's okay, because there's a difference between hating yourself and those things. And it's a matter of asking yourself the questions. And I got to remember doing that. Like, I know that I've been blocked because I've been ticked off. But it's a matter of finding out why I'm ticked off. I really want to be outside, laying on the ground, but it's a little hard right now. But I could go lay on the ground. Last winter I did. I put my snow pants on and my coat, and I went out and I laid in the snow. And there's actually nothing wrong with that. Like, there's an aspect of me that sees that, okay, I made some wrong decisions. Can I change those decisions that I made? No. Can I learn from them? Yes. And when we start learning from them, that's when we start clearing the blockages. It's like the lessons. We're like school. This is a different kind of school. And we're supposed to be learning life lessons. We're not supposed to be sitting in a classroom learning about all the fear and the anger and the hate and the discrimination and the racism and stuff like that, because it just keeps it going. Look at the schools. Like, we're supposed to be getting over this, but we're being reminded of it. And it's not even true. You're going to find out that a lot of our history is not true. We've been told increments of what higher entities, higher beings, higher egotistical, self-centered gratification, greedy, controlling people. And they use other people in power as their way of doing it. And then we get frustrated, we get angry, and then we get angry with each other instead of looking at the bigger picture and seeing that, okay, when you're speaking your truth, and you're speaking about what's happening or what we need to be really seeing, instead of fighting with one another over simple, petty little things, when if you actually look at it, we're all seeing things the same way, only differently. We all want the same outcome for the most part, but you got these higher up ranking people who want to pay other people to cause anger and hate and frustration and animosity. We got peaceful protests going on, okay? And then you hear in the news about, oh, this peaceful protest has gone this way and this is what's happening. The people that are doing that are the ones that are being paid. So then it looks bad to everybody else, the people that are actually there standing up for the rights of others and the ones that cannot do it themselves. So then when we're doing that, or when you're doing that, sometimes you block yourself off because you feel like, okay, well, I feel like I'm wasting my time because you got these people over here and they're doing this and they're causing havoc and we're here trying to do a peaceful protest, but we're the ones getting arrested. When things happen and it escalates, it's because these people are getting paid to do this, or they're getting angry because they didn't get the money. So they start burning things. They start doing stuff that makes it look like the good guys are actually bad people. There's more good people than there are bad. And money, the thing is, money talks. And money will take, and if you're of money, money will take and it will block you. Because it's a weapon. Money is a big weapon. We need money to live, but they say there's not enough food in the world. That's horse shit. There's plenty of food in the world. And like it said, I watched a video and like it said, and it's true. There's enough food in the world. There's enough money. There's enough of everything in the world. It's just being distributed wrong. So we see these people in poverty, and we cry and we get angry and we get upset. And then we try and stand out there. And when we stand out there to the people, that's when we can get internal blockages because it comes at us. Because, okay, the government said, oh, well, we're going to give you this much more money. We're going to give you a lump sum. Okay? I'll use, for instance, okay, the price of food has skyrocketed, and the government's saying, well, we'll give you like a subsidy, but from what I understand, what I read, it's $234. Well, we'll give you a subsidy, one lump sum. Well, that's bribery. It's like, wait a minute. $234 or what have you, it's not going to get far. And that's the maximum they say they're going to give. Okay? It's a bribe. A big bribe. And then, someone say, well, why take it? Well, it's because right now, to people who don't have a lot of money, it's a help. But it's a Band-Aid. We're getting angry at the wrong people. We're getting frustrated with wrong people. I'm going to say it. Okay? Yeshua, Jesus. He was saying it then. He was pointing things out, and he was loving and caring. But when he's seen the greed and the ignorance, he'd get angry and want to tear it down. See, things that we're seeing on the news. Okay, I watched this thing and that I like found, and it's like, yeah, but you know something? People forget about it. It's like a split second it's seen, and then it's all twisted around. And then we think that the good guys are the bad guys and the bad guys are the good guys because it's manipulated. What we see on the news, it's a piece of truth mixed in with a whole bunch of bullshit. And I say that because they manipulate it and they're paid to lie to us. They're not paid to give us the truth. They're paid to give us an illusion. And some of you think, oh, yes, it's an illusion. I was doing research and I got slammed. So I stopped doing it. And then yesterday I come across it, and it was like, I watched it and it's like, holy shit. Holy snapping butt turd. We are. There's going to be a lot of shock happen in the world when the truth comes out. And sometimes that's why I have the blockages. Because it's like sometimes I just want to go like this and not see it myself, because it's like this can't be right. Why would they do this to us? Why would anybody do that to anyone? But it's the blockages. We put so much trust into the wrong people. The people that are telling us that this is what's happening in the world and that and this and that, well, they're being paid. They're being paid off. You see some that are quitting because they don't want to be a part of it no more. Some that are leaving, or they want to come forth, so they lose their jobs. And it's part of the aspect of coming out with truth. I mean, there are people out there that, like, it's just all jumbled right now. The same as our internal self can be jumbled. And then we act out. And right now I'm sort of, I have the aspect of me that's saying, no, like you're doubting yourself, like, and it's like, I have the chakra. Ask yourself the big questions. As I do this, I can feel some releases. Yeah, there's, how do need to unblock this. I need to let it come. It's like, what's blocking me? Yeah. I know some of you are thinking, Lainey, you're just really out to lunch. You need some help. Not in the way you think. This is not a mental health issue. It's not mental illness. It's the connection to spirit. And it's this spirit realm. And it's like they're all trying to come through at once. And I had the woman yesterday when I was telling her about the screaming. It's like she explained it, and I know because I've said that I feel like I'm going to explode. And sometimes I do scream. It's sometimes I just want to run. Like I got aspects of me, and it's like I'm not trying to hold something back, but it's a connection. Like maybe someone else is holding something back, and that's why I want to be like I like to be around people, because it's like I can connect and kind of figure things out. The other day I was somewheres, and I just, my whole higher self just come over, and this woman, she said that she's never seen anybody with a complexion like mine, and like my energy was so high in vibration, she just wanted to touch me, which was like, I went like that. I was like, here, and I said, no, I'm just kidding. She said, no, like, so she touched, and it was like, and then she just wanted to keep touching my hands, and I thought that was so cool, because it meant that I was giving someone else a good feeling. And you could, sometimes right now I just want to smoke some marijuana to just kind of, it's like there's like, it's an aspect that's a blockage right here, and it can be so intense, and it's like, is it my heart, or is it an aspect of someone else's, and I'm just a kind of a ball. Like when you get that ball feeling, it's like, holy heck. And it's like, you get that choking aspect, like somebody or something wants you to shut up, and it's like, it's like you can choke me, you can do whatever it's like, do whatever you want, but I'm not going to stop, and I'm going to find out how to clear it, to get that internal blockage gone, to move the energy. And right now there's a lot of energy coming in from the solar storms and solar flares and what have you. And I know that I've been making excuses for my own ignorance and stupidity. So I don't have a problem coming on here and telling people my spiritual journey of my shadows, my going with him. If I could puke it all up, I would. Like, it's like going back to natural medicines. And I know it's because also I haven't been going outside a lot. I haven't been going for my walks. And when you stop doing that stuff, you really start to realize, like, okay, like, shit, I really got to get back out there doing this stuff. And sometimes, like, you know, like, if you have one area that you can go, it's like, I need something different. I need to change this up. And when we change things up, sometimes, like, that can help remove internal blockages. I go places sometimes and I remember, and it's like, you have the epiphany. Or I have spirits that, okay, it's like they need to be somewhere. They need to go somewhere. They're in the wrong place. Or they're trying to find the light. And it's a matter of me trying to figure out, okay, I need to go in. I need to block off all distractions. And I was doing that. And then when you fall, like, you get it's, you can take 2 steps forward and then you take a step back. Sometimes you take 2 steps back. Sometimes you go an extra step back. So then you have to go forward again. But when that happens, it's because you've done something. Or there's something that you need to do. Something I need to do. And finding self-love. And there's nothing wrong with self-love, and that Justin Bieber song or whatever, Go Love Yourself or whatever it's called. Well, yeah. You need to love yourself first. You can love others, but if you don't love yourself, then it's not a full love for others. Sometimes it becomes a dependency. We feel like we have to be loved by everyone. And in actuality, we may appear not to care about others sometimes. But the thing is, we have pain and suffering and struggles because we care. A lot of us, we put other people before ourselves. And that's when we have the inner struggle, because it's like we put our concentration into somebody else and we forget of ourselves. So we become down, sick, tired, begrudging. That's a big part of what I'm experiencing right now. And I do get envy sometimes, because I look and I see others on there and they're giving their gifts, they're producing their gifts, they're using their gifts. And it's like I've blocked them, but I don't believe that I really have them blocked. I just think I do. Ekriatanaye. Situtia skurita turiam alashkule tuye. Kipitutia sanayashkai. E tuleta leta de que non nuria tale tu puti. I collect rocks. And that's, you see me take one. It's a form of a crystal. If you break it up, I'm not breaking it up right now. But I take them and I put them here, or I hold them. And when I do this, it's like a release, because we have negative ions, negative energies going through our body. And when we ground, that's part of grounding in Mother Nature. Healing with crystals. Some people don't believe in that, and that's okay. Some people want others to do the work for them, but like I said, we can't. We can't do the work for you. Nobody can do the work for me. I have to do my own inner work. Like I said, people can guide me, listen to me, what have you, but I'm the one that's got to find that struggle. I'm the one that's got to deal with that struggle. I'm the one that's got to stop blocking it. And I like, we have the inner children, and sometimes we suppress those inner children because of the traumas that we've experienced, whether it was in this lifetime or a past lifetime. And past lifetimes are real. Time travel is real. Timelines, dimensions, realms. The different aspects, the stuff that some will say, well, that's horse shit. Or like, you're really gonna wake up, lady, because you're living in a delusion. No. I'm looking at my experiences. And sometimes I don't want to look, so I block it. The internal blockages. I know that it's been, well, it wasn't the summer. And I've been holding it. And it's like, I gotta let it go. But there's that aspect of me that it tells me, like, no, I gotta deal with it. I gotta look at it and figure out what's holding me back. Why do I keep coming back to this? Because when you keep coming back to something, it's usually because something's not resolved within yourself. Ikrueshkule monuturian. Desitutri. Inundana creata leshkuli. Inuni kanani gota tayunduni. Desitui. Ikrueshka esue. When I get angry, I feel like I can be destructive, but it's usually self-destructive. And sometimes being self-destructive is also destructive towards others, because it's the impact. And when I talk and bring this forward, like I said, it helps me, and sometimes it's like journaling for me. I have trouble, like, it's not that I can't read, I don't like reading. And right now I feel pretty brain dead half the time because I feel like I can't learn, but I know that I'm not learning because I have that blockage. There's something that I need to deal with in order to release that, to bring more information in. There's aspects of the past that I need to let go of. There's aspects of the past that everyone needs to let go of. And if you're an empath, you know that you're not always feeling your own. You're feeling others. And it can become draining. And I can't really, like, some would class it as it's burden, but it's, to me, it's not a burden per se, as it is like bothersome sometimes. Because sometimes it's like I can't transmute it, I can't deflect it. It's like I gotta figure out, because there's somebody that needs my assistance. So I need to clear that blockage so that I can help. Like these places where they say about like haunted or like phenomenon was happening and stuff like that. It's like there's an aspect of me that wants to go there to connect and help. But then there's the aspect of me saying, like, it's like the inner child, no, like, you don't do it. But like I said, sometimes when you're experiencing that, it's because there's different timelines coming in together. When maybe you're experiencing things, or someone's trying to reach out, or something like that, and I miss being able to connect with everyone, because I got angry. And I told everyone, like, when I was getting angry at someone, because I was sick and tired of their behaviors. And someone say, well, leave. It's like, no. This person just needs guidance, help, to see how they really are. To look at themselves instead of projecting their anger and frustration and insults on other people when they're doing the same thing. So to me, it's a matter of saying, hey, I'm sick and tired. I've had enough of you talking about other people like this when you need to have a look in the mirror at yourself. And then when I do that, it's like I second guess myself, so I put a block up. And I tell everyone, like, I tell the collective, I tell the spirits and stuff, like, hey, if you don't want to be around me right now, that's up to you. I can't help it. And then I start feeling like I'm alone. But I know I'm not alone, because none of us are ever alone. Even when we feel like we're alone, you're not alone, because our loved ones, our ancestors, they're always around. Our ancestors had it right by being connected as a whole. People say, oh, we don't want people uniting right now. Well, okay, wait a minute. It's like, okay, you don't want people uniting right now because energies are flared. I understand that. But it's a matter of figuring out a way and everybody taking and putting their differences aside, okay? Whether, like some say, oh, you're far left, you're far right, what have you. It's the differences aside. Come to common ground. The center. And I got to do the same. It's like a practice what you preach. I seen I'm not discriminating or anything like that, but a pastor the other day from a church I've gone to. And I look and I think, Broly, get your tail out of there, please. And I think, like, I watch, it's like, I've sat and I've watched people preach. But it's like they preach, but they don't believe what they're saying. If someone is familiar with the Bible, you look in the Bible, and it says it in paragraphs and verses in Luke and Matthew and all them about the language that I speak. We're supposed to be speaking it. But because people don't understand, or they don't listen or take in what they're reading, they're just preaching it because it was like, well, almost word for word. Well, this is what we've been taught, but we've been taught to skip over this aspect of it because it doesn't apply. It doesn't work with their agendas, the higher ups. We don't want you focusing on that part. We don't want you recognizing that part. We just want you to recognize the stuff that keeps you under thumb and told that all you are is a little sinner. The real sinners are the big ass criminals. I mean criminals. Not somebody who goes and robs a piece of bread or robs a loaf of bread from a store. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the ones that are taking all your money saying, gimme, 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 gimme. It's like, wait a minute. It's like, I always remembered the saying from my parents, gimme, gimme never gets. Don't you know your manners yet? Some people may say, well, you're not speaking very light. Who said I'm speaking light language right now? I never said I was speaking light language right at this second. I speak light language. But I also speak God's language. God is both mother and father. Love, protection, mercy. But it's also teaching us lessons, because I said before that, and some people, they take offense to this. And that's okay, because that's your choice. When I say that God helps those who help themselves. Okay? When I say that, what is meant by the God helps those who help themselves, it's that God is helping you when you've helped yourself. Because you've accepted that help. God can't help, or the Creator, or what have you, because it's in you. And some people say, no, it's not. Like, you're whatever. Like I said before, I had someone from a religious group, belief, what have you, that told me, we don't want to talk to you. We don't want to talk to people who don't believe in a certain God that they believe in. Okay. Maybe you're from somewhere else, not from Earth. But God is actually energy. God is a creator. We are creators. We were made in the image of God. What do you think the image of God is? It's not. It's not the beauty. It's not the exterior. It's the gifts, the interior aspect of us. And some people won't agree, and that's okay. But it's a matter of coming on common ground and settling our differences and realizing, like, belief. What do you believe? What do you truly believe? Not what somebody tells you to believe. But what does your heart tell you? What does your soul? What does your spirit? What does the whole of you tell you? Not someone on the outside. You. The heart. The heart is the center. It's like the heart is the sun. The warmth, the flame, the light. Right now, as I speak, it's helping me to release some of the inner blockages. Because as I talk, I have epiphanies, realizations of how sometimes I can be a hypocrite. Sometimes I can be ignorant. Sometimes I can come off as maybe greedy sometimes. Usually to myself. Because the other day I went and I want to have a very spiritual environment for when I'm able and ready to do healing on a more permanent basis. I have my home done up spiritually. It's like I went and it's like I'm supposed to have these certain things because it's like I'm seeing future of what I had and what got taken away. And memories erased. Ugh. It was like, no, you have more than what you're supposed to have. Like, we're taking it all back and you're not going to remember. You're not going to know nothing. It does happen. It's amnesia. Do you ever wonder why sometimes you go to sleep at night and you don't remember the day before? It's like we get put to sleep. We do get put to sleep. It's like throwing dirt in our eye. Memory dust. That's why they say journal. Keep a journal of your day. Remember the good things. And work to let go of the trauma. Let go of the anger, the hurt. And I have to take my own advice, and this is why I do these videos, because I can speak to people. We can all speak to people. But are we really listening to ourselves? And I do. I watch my videos not because of ego, but because I want to know, what am I telling myself? Because I may be talking to you guys. But I'm also talking to myself. The parts of me that needs to hear this. Like when you actually get going and you get the aspects and what have you. I'm not saying that like you need to go live and do videos and post them and what have you, but sometimes a video journal is the best kind of journal for you, which it is the best kind of journal, because you're actually seeing yourself talking to yourself. And when you see somebody and you think they're talking to themselves, I'm here to let you know they're not talking to themselves. They're talking to another spirit, or they're talking to the collective. They're talking to someone telepathically. It's real. Te skriver tudo escuro também, não é? É que tu esclares siriai. Que tu tem. Que tu tem ela beri tu ia ma sinunu que tem ninga tai. And we can't be ignorant to it. We've got to stop throwing shade on people like that. Because it's these people who are awakened to their spiritual gifts. Sometimes they may be arguing with themselves, but they're not. And some of them get the negative. We all get the negative and the positive aspects. The good, the bad, the ugly aspects of it all. Roll with the punches, go with the flow, but take no shit. Don't let somebody walk all over you, because it creates a blockage. And it cuts this off. It's like a strangulation. We're going to shut you up. Speak your truth. As someone says, speak your truth even if your voice shakes. And my voice has shaken a number of times, because there is an aspect of me that just wants to shut it down. Because it's like, no, you can't say that. I have somebody that always tells me, because like I say, like I'm getting tired of hearing people refer to other places as being shit, or cultures, or like saying about the clothes and where they're made and stuff like that. Okay. Don't. Why are you doing that? I think I just got lost for a second in that aspect. It was like two things come in at the same time. Iskemei Kitty Sintigatai Sujale Alupitue Magudai. Sikti Asirskla, Siononaya Dolebri. Mitutuyatala Esela Ela Kalaya Kuri Mikiduniamna. Bitui Syria. Susutadat. Duisklamiata and Huye. Bikituye soon. Bikitutale Sela Aluishla Sukitubidia and Duwe. As you let go of your struggles, as you let go of your blockages, you start getting the downloads, you start getting the light coming in. And see, I end up doing a lot of this and saying things in the languages that are different, and it's directed towards higher selves. Everyone's higher self, okay? And that's why the different languages come out, because it's like talking to different aspects of the universe, different cultures. We're all one, but right now it's all kind of spoken differently, and it's all languages kind of intertwined together. Right now I'm playing with the energy, okay, to kind of move it around, and I move it around here because that's where a lot of blockages tend to be. The solar plexus is a big one, and then the heart and the throat chakra. And once you start clearing the solar plex and the heart and the throat chakra, it tends to move up. The aspect of when your third eye, your pineal gland, or God's eye, what have you, however you may refer, when it becomes open, like any chakra, what you end up feeling is air. It's like a release of pressure. Okay. The aspect of, does it feel good? It's like when you get pain, it's like, think of it this way. It's like, is it your pain, or is it inflicted on somebody else, or is there an entity or what have you trying to inflict pain on you, or a past feeling that had happened? And it's like, when you get that feeling, it's like, I said it before, it's like, when you hurt me, you're only hurting yourself. And that's what you need to say. Because it's almost like it's an aspect of yourself sometimes saying like, hey, shut it. But no, don't. Keep going with what you have to offer, your gifts. And I need to remember that myself, because like I said, I've been blocking my gifts because I got irritated and angry and frustrated with people. And I ended up getting frustrated with myself because I can't blame somebody else for my actions. The same as nobody else can blame somebody else for their actions. Because we're all in control of our own. And that's why I've said before, like when you start hearing voices and what have you, when you start knowing and understanding what's happening to you, especially when you know what's happening to you, then you're even more responsible for your actions. It's like we still have to take responsibility for our actions no matter what. But sometimes things happen and people don't remember. It's like, well, there's no excuse for not remembering because you were drinking. But there is mental health. It's a stress and anxiety and what have you. But the aspect of when we're hearing voices, and I explained it to the mental health officials at the hospital when I was there with regards to this, that like this is happening and there's more people like myself coming and they're going to need the help and your medications aren't going to work. Meditation, it's really well right now, where I've had a lot going, and there's no excuse for it, but it's natural medicine. I use CBD. I haven't used THC in over a year now, and I just started using the CBD roughly, a few months ago because we had a sudden passing in our family, and I've felt energies more intensely. I'm clearing right now, and I just had somebody say I can feel that. It's to move the energy through the body. Like I can't do this for people unless they're willing to accept it. So it's it's to help the collective, and some may say, well, like, do you get many views? It's like, well, my views may not show all the views because it's all on different planes, different aspects, different dimensions, timelines. It's like it's all intertwined, and just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not happening. Okay? This is like when I talk about things, it's not just helping me. If you take the time and you actually get past the parts and actually hear the whole message instead of bits and pieces of what aggravates you or make you think that I'm being judgmental or what have you. If you actually listen, then you'll notice the true aspect of it. It's not to throw shade on anyone or anything like that, because I go through it. I experience it. I'm no exception to the rule, and nobody's an exception. We all go through it, and we're going through it together. Some are having an easier path than others. Some aren't feeling things as intensely. Some aren't even feeling anything. Tiskito te sirito dai. Tishkala menegario no ela puria kuria sinu de asio le shele prio e gramurito te sei. Sikotelere krium e puskla asio te asio de negario te incubiana. Si tu e sumi que tu e ala guiashka e sinu que ti ai. Bikinom lela anema kuria tai suria tai kributonai. Die puskla si tu te si tu te mukreto tu e kuria tai. Ki nuskla si tu dai. Klere ele kuriata ki miturias kremuturias klemor kuria te e kuriata tai. Si kote esimindu te amatuleata e pikrito te tike. Tikras krento te da ele kirito e akriato. Shkle siri te kona. E kimina mariata ni mikiti e si tu tenne ki tu ta le pilera mor ko pariata ta yeside. Si ketunania ni ketan. Kole pataria to te kriato ni geskole ai kurita piti e. Si uno kriatai si potata le podiai. Non è creata dalle è creato lei ha creato un muscolo di creato tu iscri perché non è andata. Thank you, but we all can do this. It's just some of us have kind of gone and clicked a little earlier, and we all have different gifts to offer to the world. And that's why I said, like, we don't need all this other stuff right now. Like, this is a good way to get our messages, to bring things to other people who aren't able to get them in other ways. It's like and they say an energy exchange. Okay, and when I do this, like, and I can feel that it's helping others, that's what I like to feel. I wouldn't have the first clue how to bring this forth and like, because I like to go out and just be me. I know that back in 99, when I first really experienced something, I know now that then if I had had the guidance and the help to understand what I was going through, I would have been more advanced. But I can't go back and worry about that, because that was then and this is now, and I still had stuff happening. I was just blocking it. Because sometimes I got like a little nervous, a little scared, like sometimes even a little worried about what others would think, but that was the lesser of me. Like, not the lesser of me, because there is no lesser of you. Okay? The other aspect that just wasn't understanding it. It's like transmuting and helping the light, helping them move to the light, connecting and releasing the toxins, the energies that are toxic to the body that created cancer. Disease. Look at the word. It means that your body is at disease. Depression, You just need deep rest. You need rest. Your body is exhausted because it's taking in energies, and you're not taking the time to allow those energies to come through properly. You're overworked, so you become overtired, and your body has trouble fighting off any infections, any diseases. So right now, I'm connecting with the throat chakras. It's like a ball. Sometimes it feels like a ball lodged in your throat, or it feels like you have a big clump of mucus or phlegm, what have you. And that's the energies that are coming up. And as I stated before, that sometimes, not sometimes, well, whenever you feel like you're going to speak gibberish and it don't make sense, let it go. Speak it. Keep speaking it until it stops. Because what's happening is your higher self coming through with your native tongue. Don't stop. Don't be aggressive. Don't try to push your beliefs on others. Because I'll tell you right now, the more you try to push your beliefs on others, whether things are right or wrong, you're going to push them away. You're not going to, they're not going to come, like you keep telling a kid what to do, and a kid will out of spite, or just like it not computing. Well, you know how that goes. I know, because we go through it with our kids. Sometimes we don't, but sometimes we do, and sometimes it doesn't happen until they're adolescents or adults. And then when they become adults, they can be hard to deal with. But you deal with them because you love them. And I know some people say, like, we're going to lose loved ones. Not saying to death or anything like that. But we're going to lose loved ones to our own ignorance, because of our own ignorances. Because what happens is sometimes we don't even take the time to listen to what they have to say, because we always think that we're right and they're wrong. It works every way. And then what ends up happening is you got a conflict. You got a split. And it broke off. Sometimes we have problems in our family and we don't know why. Or we've just forgotten. And that's when things really need to get resolved. Instead of fighting with each other, sit down and talk with one another. And look within and hear each other. We cut each other off when we're talking. But we do need to not just listen, but hear. Because it goes hand in hand. Because when you actually listen and hear somebody, you start to understand where they're coming from, where they're seeing things from their perspective. Because if you really sit down and talk and hear and listen to each other, then you can actually find the similarities in what you're saying. Because remember, sometimes people are talking about it and they're seeing it, but like they're talking about it and they're saying it, but then they don't remember what they've said. It's the amnesia effect. So the blockages usually that we're experiencing, it's because we're not facing what's actually in front of us. Because it's there, we're just blinded to it. Or sometimes we just go like this. We separate it. And then there's two. There's two problems. And then it keeps duplicating. The aspect of running away from oneself or trying. I said I need to do more videos, and I need to do more videos like this. And I'm still going to do, I was directed to do a meditation video because the other day I was driving home and I was talking as if I was doing a meditation. I'm pretty good at it. And that's not ego talking. That's truth talking. Right now, you're seeing the highest aspect of my higher self, of who I am, and I love speaking in this language. It is a light language. And it actually gives that sensation of just being present with oneself. Sometimes we don't want to be by ourselves, but it's actually good. And doing videos as if you're talking to other people is actually good too. Because as you're doing it, you can actually have the epiphanies yourself, but you could actually also be connected to other aspects of yourself where you could be connected with the collective, the universe, the creator spirit. So I want to thank you all who has taken the time to watch my video, because you guys are a big reason why I come on and do this. You inspire me, even if you may not like what I have to say. But that's okay, because, sometimes I don't like what I have to say either, because it becomes a little tough love on myself. And nobody likes that. But sometimes it has to happen. Anyway. We're all cracking up. Yeah, we're all cracking up. And it's okay, because we're here to help each other through it. Helping guide each other home. Back to heart. Back to center. Back to self. With that being said, I will do the bowl for a closing sort of type thing. I would love to hear your journey. Don't be afraid to share with people your experiences, because it helps other people. to know that they're not alone. Because there are a lot of people who are waking up to this, who may be afraid because they're not understanding what's happening. But that's why we're here. We're here to help them evolve physically, mentally, spiritually. To help them. As we would want others to help us. I want you all to be big, bold, brave. Most importantly, be yourself. I'm sending you all much love, light, many blessings. Most importantly, very good health to anyone and everyone wanting and willing to receive it. I want you to stay strong, never give up, and always keep going, no matter what. And always be kind to yourself and to others. I love you all. Hope you all had a great weekend and have an awesome Monday.